And today I'm here with Jean-Pierre on my right side.
Hi.
Jean-Pierre is the project manager of everything that I'm going to show you today. Today, basically, the main goal for this video is to show you 3 different properties by 3 different investors. All the options that I'm going to show you have the potential for both flipping or having a short-term rental income generated at a very nice return. So the goal is just to give you the full perspective of the 2 options that these 3 people have right now, and tell you a little bit more about the process of flipping and investing here for short-term rentals.
Perfect. Welcome to Merida.
Perfect. So I'm just going to turn my camera here. And there you go. So right now, guys, we're on Calle 78. This is a property here that we're going to show you. Is number 435D. And this is a basically old colonial home that we recently acquired basically last month for one of our clients in Vancouver. This property right now, as I mentioned, we're gonna decide, or the client will decide, if it's gonna be a full flip or a rental income property. This property, if rented, could generate between $1,500 US, so about $30,000 per month, to basically between $25,000 and $30,000 per month Mexican pesos. So that would be around $1,500 USD. Keep in mind, again, that's before cost and before property management fees. So that would be a little bit less. And yeah, as you can see, this home here, when we acquired it, we had the plan to fully renovate it. So this structure here is going to be demolished and then built back. In the description below, you have access to what this property is going to look like. We have the full renders. This property name is going to be Casa El, which means Suspiro in Spanish. It is basically just a Mayan name for it. And this property would be 2 full bedrooms with a small studio. As you can see, this property is very much so a Mexican old property. It is pretty cool to be able to come into Merida, see what people used to live in, and then being able to rescue something that has been ignored for a few years now. This used to be a very small bathroom. And as I mentioned here, we're going to be demolishing this complete structure because at the end, when we built in Merida, the builders have some warranties that they need to deliver. In this case, the delivery will come with a 5-year structure warranty. So therefore, we just demolish everything and then are able to give a warranty for the property. In this property, what are the square meters that we're going to be building?
We're going to be building 145 square meters, 155 square meter of construction. So it's going to be a full construction with a kitchen, dining, living areas, with a pool, a terrace upstairs, and a parking space too, which is going to be highly evaluated in the next years to come. So yes, as David was mentioning, the constructors will give a warranty to the potential buyer of the house or the owner, the final owner of the house, which is extremely good because it gives you certainty about the type of structure you're buying.
There you go. This property, as you can see in the listing below, right now, if it was to be sold, would be listed at 7,300,000 pesos. That basically comes to be around 375,000 US dollars. It is a investment, again, that could be generating between $1,500 to $2,000 per month. So it's a great return per month. And again, you can see the renders below. This whole project, once we get the permits, will take about 10 months to be developed. And the thing that we're going to go show you next, it's a second property where we're already into the construction stage. So basically, you can picture this home being fully demolished. And then what you're going to see next is the next stage of the construction stage. Perfect.
Perfect.
We can go ahead.
Let's go to see the other one.
So again, here, guys, we're on Calle 78, as you can see, and we're now gonna go to the right on to Calle 82.
It is incredibly interesting to note that most of the developments we have already built in the last few years are in this section, which is on the western side of Centro. You must consider that Centro is growing a lot, also as Merida, but there are sections you need to be aware where you can build and have obviously a good return of investment if you're interested in flipping the house or if renting it. And there are sections in Centro which, like anywhere in the world, you won't receive that type of benefits. So that is why, for example, we are extremely interested in being up to the date in information regarding Centro and regarding where it's growing and the sections of most interest. As you will see, the streets are extremely quiet. Merida Centro is extremely safe. So that brings up a great number of people who are interested in coming to live or potential renters who are interested in coming and obviously enjoying Merida and this beautiful weather.
There you go.
So we are just a few blocks away from the other house, which is Casa El Encanto.
In this process that we're showing you right now, we've successfully completed more than 10 projects already. We have, as you can see, and as we are showing you today, 3 on the go at different stages. One is about to get started, the other one is in construction, and then the last one that we'll show you is a finished product for one of the investors. So yeah, this will create a lot of perspective for any of you really seriously considering investing here and the different outcomes that you can generate. Here, as you can see, now we're on Calle 82. This is Casa El Encanto here. You can see in the description below the renders and the listing for this property. This property, if sold, will be sold at 6,750,000 pesos, which comes to be around 335,000 USD. So yeah, here you can see basically again the construction process, and Jean-Pierre will explain a little bit about what's going on.
This is a tiny house, which is kind of a common thing in Merida, but it is extremely long. So we decided to put on the first section also the garage, and then in this project we have 2 bedrooms, 145 square meter of construction. So this is basically the project which is already in construction. Let's come in.
So for those of you coming from, again, different part of the world, this is how we build here with concrete, mainly concrete. Before the construction is finished, keep in mind we have to put electrical and plumbing. That's one of the reasons why we decide to demolish when we build. We want to make sure that we can do all the preparations, as you can see here. Basically, they get done like through the actual concrete block.
Yes.
As part of the construction process. This is something that, again, on the previous home, we could have done as part of the renovations because it would be a lot more expensive to do.
Yes.
And yeah, so as you can see here, we already went through the garage area. Here, we're going to come to a small reception area where you're going to have some stairs to go up to the solarium space right above here.
Yes. Come this way. And this is, for example, the main living areas. Here we have the kitchen, dining, and living areas. Keep in mind that in this type of section, we must have always a wow factor, which is in this case, for example, 4-meter high ceiling. Besides of the finishes of the houses, obviously, which will be a chukum finish, which gives an extremely nice texture and goes along with the essence of Centro.
There you go. Now you can see the real life of a builder in Merida. Very local way to build. These guys, again, our tradespeople, very, very, again, good workers, very humble and nice locals.
Yes.
This, again, as Jean-Pierre was mentioning, from floor to ceiling, we're going to have 12 feet or 4 meters. And then this whole concept here is to be in an open, bright living space, always looking into your backyard. The spaces that you're seeing here are going to be a covered terrace with full glass windows here.
Yes.
Then we're going to have a plunge pool there with some garden around. And then over the right side, we're going to have the main hallway to go into the rest of the property, where we're going to be having the 2 bedrooms.
Yes, as you can see, for example, the idea here is always to be open towards your private areas. Obviously, there's going to be a wall here. We haven't built that wall yet because we want to keep access to the general areas and a nice flow of materials. So in this stage, for example, we're doing the finishes on the living areas. And as soon as we finish, we'll be maybe in about 2 weeks, we should be doing the finishes of the pool and then doing the final touches, which is painting final layers on the walls and equipping the house.
So Jean-Pierre, this one, how long is it taking from the moment that was purchased to the moment that it will be keys on hand?
Keys in hand, for example, it will be in around 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah, the whole process.
And this one, Jean-Pierre, remind me, when we build properties like this one, what is the cost per square meter on average?
On average, for example, it will be around 17,000 to 19,000 pesos per square meter, which is extremely competitive. So that is why, for example, for the investors who are interested in flipping the house, they will get a return around 25% over their investment, which is extremely good. And it is obviously isolated in that time frame. So
awesome.
It is good. And as you said, I want to point out something. These are local people who are building. So we have people who are committed, who are dedicated to do a nice, living, well-kept house. This is exactly what we're trying to do. And obviously, we're trying to, in this project, save as much as we can the trees to keep the ambience and keeping up to the date.
Perfect.
Yeah. If you want to please come. So we're going to go to these steps. This is where the pool is. It's going to be a huge pool for the size of the lot. But obviously, somebody who's going to be living in this type of weather, they want to enjoy their own pool, which is going to be a Chukun finished pool. You will see that in the renders. We're going to come here. Barney, thank you.
¿Qué tal?
This is going to be a room. Barney is working here on the final touches of the floors because we're going to install the floors these days. This is one of the bedrooms, which have its own ensuite. So everything is already being set up.
What is this on the...
Yes, you're going to have an open space so that you can have some airflow and some natural light coming in, which is a good sensation also. And you're going to feel it on the other bedroom. These are the little factors that become a wow factor because you're going to have your shower here. It's going to be an inner garden, so you can open your doors and just feel the breeze like we're doing right now.
That's great.
Yeah. And then if you want to join us, please come. We're going to see the master bedroom. Again, Barney, thank you. Please come. They have already installed the floor here, and we're focusing right now on advancing. This is a huge bedroom. As I said, we designed this project in order for this tree to be saved. So you're going to have, and you'll see it on the renders too, you're going to have an inner garden right next to your area, and then you're going to be able to open yourself. If you can give me 2 seconds, I'm going to show you the rest. Again, this is the master bedroom with the master bathroom. So you're going to have your W sink here, 2 showers, and this open area again.
2 showers coming from the roof, right?
One from the roof and the other one from the wall. Awesome. So you have the 2 sensations. And as I said again, this is going to be an aero garden that brings a lot of air, a lot of light, a nice sensation for you to be living in. So either it's going to be an Airbnb or somebody who's going to be buying this type of property, they're going to have the full experience of being in Merida and being able to live along with the nature.
This is your view from the shower, by the way.
Yes.
And it is how quiet it is most of the time.
Yes. Just like it is, for example, we haven't set up anything. This is the real deal. So you're seeing exactly the construction process and also the way it's going to be at the end of the construction days.
And Jean-Pierre, just so people know, how many construction projects have you managed since 2019?
2019, 17 projects, which have already been successfully built and sold. There are a few partners who have agreed who want to keep their property. There's another way we can do that way too, because they want to keep it and doing it for Airbnbs. But most of the investors who came were interested in doing the flipping because of the high revenue they will get. So, and it is very interesting because there are a ton of people from the States, from Mexico, from Canada who are interested in coming to Mexico and having their own little shot of paradise. And that is why, for example, the flipping business has already been so successful.
That's awesome.
Yeah. If you want to comment, but watch a step. We're going to do everything is set up. So we have all the preparations for water, drainage that comply with the regulations of the city of Merida.
And here, Jean-Pierre, this part,
yes.
I remember you saying it was going to be covered with...
Yes. We're going to put not a plastic
string.
A string, some sort of a string, because yes, in Merida, there's a time of the year we do have a lot of mosquitoes. So we want to give the owner, the final owner, the opportunity of being inside of their own house and at the same time outside without receiving any type of mosquitoes. So there's a way we could frame it so that you can have the experience of being outside without having to being bitten by the little mosquitoes.
So basically, wow factors in this property are the 12-foot height ceilings in the living space.
Yes.
We have 2 full bedrooms with their own bathroom. We also have a really nice pool. And we have inner gardens in both bedrooms. Basically, the master bedroom shower will be facing its own little garden area there.
Yes.
And then the other wow factor that we have here is that we do have a garage for people who buy this property, which garages are very hard to find in Merida Centro.
Yes. There are some times where we were able to provide a garage. Some other times, for example, the house we're going to see right now, where because of the regulations, we're not able to provide a garage. But still, for example, as we were very interested in choosing a nice property, we chose the one that could fit an outside parking without any type of problem or security issues. So everything is already set up and considered. We tried, because of the experience we have right now, and because we want to have successful projects going on and on, to be able to have all the information that a potential buyer or a potential guest would be interested in to secure the success of the whole project. You're seeing the real stuff. Nobody has eaten anything. And I think it's better that way, because otherwise it would seem like if we were trying to stage something. The idea is to be real, to show you exactly the type of processes we have been going through that have proven to be a success.
Hey, Hernandez, how much is something like this? So in this property specifically, we're building 145 square meters with a garage, 2 bedrooms, and a small rooftop terrace here at the front.
Yes.
This property right now is being sold at 6,750,000 Mexican pesos.
Yes.
The actual cost of building something like this is about 18,000 pesos per square meter of construction. Yes. So overall, this property, building it can be as low as 5 million, as long as you find the right land.
Yes.
So about 2 million pesos should go into your construction, into your land, and 3 million should go into your construction to create something this beautiful. Again, keep in mind the location will directly affect the cost of the land, and the availability to build everything you want will be limited by an agency called INA, which is our cultural protection agency.
Yes.
So anything that has historic value, like the property that we're going to show you next, we were limited to some modifications because of the things that we needed to rescue and keep that had that historical value. In this property, we're not covered by any historic value, so we were able to completely demolish and start fresh. So the entire process will probably come to between 5 and 5.5 million, and if sold, will be sold around the basically 6,750,000.
Yes.
I hope that answers your question. If you have any other question, be sure to comment again.
Perfect. If you want to follow me.
Yep.
¿Se puede por ahí?
No, por acá no.
This way. Okay. This guy is Chelo. Chelo is a head construction manager construction. So he's a guy who has been working for us for the past 15 years. So it is a guy we trust a lot. He's always here keeping an eye on our personnel who's working. And we fully rely on not only the professionalism, but the commitment of this type of person who has been doing a living right next to us and who are a key handle on the whole process. So
Awesome.
Chelo is the one. Chelo is the guy. Gracias, Chelo.
Dijo lo bueno que eres. Gracias.
Gracias, Chelo. Cuídate. So if you want to jump in.
So again, for those of you watching, this is Calle 82. The listing description is on the link below. This is Casa El Encanto. It's 145 square meters of construction, and it's selling for 6,750,000.
I'm sorry, I mentioned something. Chelo is with us since 2019, not 15 years. So correction for that. But yes, Chelo has been with us since we started doing construction projects. And obviously, it is something, somebody who want to keep very close.
There you go. Yeah, I guess while we go into the next location, I do want to tell you a little bit more about what Jean-Pierre just mentioned. So when we work with a client as their project management, we don't get paid anything directly until we either sell the property or we give you the keys for your Airbnb investment, which makes it very, very safe for the investor. We help you create a structure where you pay directly to the architects, to the builders, and we get paid at the end as your project managers. Again, that's something that we've done a lot of time with a lot of clients. So if you do need a reference, we have a lot of reference to give you as well. And right now, we turn in Calle 47, right?
Calle 47, exactly. We're going to pass along right next to a few projects that we did a few years ago. So we're going to maybe do a quick stop just from the car for you to spot the places. And yes, we have full information about the cost of those constructions and the type of return we got for the investor. And as David said, yes, we're committed with you for the whole road. So the idea for us is once we sell the properties, we get paid. This is Casa Chel and Ishel. We did these two houses. The investors sold them and got a very good return of investment. And obviously, we're part of it. And we're proud of being able to obviously build this type of little houses, which is pretty common here in Merida. These were a 3-bedroom house, 2-bedroom house. And well, if you're interested, please let us know in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to send you information regarding renders, pricing, and returns.
That's awesome.
So these were some of the houses we did. We're gonna, on our way to Casa Luna, we're gonna pass along a few others properties that we did.
So again, to recap that, there has been about 16 to 17 projects.
Yes.
Pesos, that's about 350. Seems like a lot. Yeah, Hernandez, that's the prices downtown have increased quite drastically here in Merida over the last few years. So yeah, 6.8 million is the price, and that's actually a pretty good price. If you look at the market, everything that is similar will be either a little bit more expensive or in a more complicated location. It is,
This is Casa Cocay. Keep on going, and I will let you know about it.
Yeah, of course. So Casa Cucay, there in the blue house that we just passed, It's one of the projects that is currently being sold. Also,
Yes, for 10.3 million pesos. So yes, the prices in Centro High has been increasing, not that much lately, but still it has a potential growth, and people are coming because compared to the rest of Mexico, if you were to go downtown Querétaro, downtown to any other city, the prices are much more higher. So that is why, for example, Merida has a good combination of a lower price compared to the rest of Mexico, but in the nicest city and more secure city in Mexico, which adds up.
okay, Hernandez. So I did see your message. We're talking tomorrow. I'm glad to answer any questions at that time. Yeah, thanks for your comments and your questions. We'll be able to explain you a lot more. So yeah, guys, you've seen now two homes. One that we just acquired that we're about to flip. The other one that is in the full process of construction.
Yes.
We also show you Casa Chel and Casa East Chel that was past flips from one client, which we have full proof of renders and numbers that we did with the investor. And now we just passed by Casa Kukai, which is currently listed as well. So if you want to get all the information for that listing, we can send it your way. That's not something that we're here touring today because there's a tenant there. But yeah, basically we can share all the information. And yeah, Hernandez, I guess during our call, I'll be able to show you as much or as little information you need to understand all your different opportunities. Keep in mind, everything that we're talking right now is very specific to downtown.
Yes.
Because it's a very different market to the rest of the city. This is where we have the highest short-term rental demand, as anybody that visits Merida for the first time wants to come and see the safety, the cultural activities. There's a lot of things to explore on these areas. So the price per square meter, basically, it's in this area only. All the other areas of the city have a different price. But yeah, I guess here you want to just tell us about this one?
Yes, exactly. This is another property we did. This was Casa Montejo, the guy who bought the property, named it Casa Lixia. Again, we are a few blocks away from Paseo Montejo. This property was also built with another partner and sold. So the process is, we have all the information. What we're very happy and proud is that we're trying to give a little bit to Centro back, because Centro was tending to go older, the houses were deteriorated, but now everybody's trying to get a momentum for Centro. And this is why we're so interested in doing it. And also because of the added value. If you're in Centro, you're in the place everybody wants to go. So Merida, yes, is expanding everywhere, but Centro is keeping its own identity, which is extremely good. And we want to obviously be a part of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And let's go to the last property, which will be Casa Luna, now in Calle 64.
So 64, guys, if you look at your map, it's only, what is it, 3 blocks away?
3 blocks away.
3 blocks away from Paseo Montejo, which is the main avenue in Merida, with a lot of historical homes. There were large mansions in the 1800s. How far is Concal from there? So Concal from here, we're 25 to 35 minutes, depending on the traffic.
Yes.
Concal, it's a suburb that is growing. Cholul, probably about 30 minutes. Again, I'll be able to answer all that tomorrow in our call. But yeah, the offer, just so you know, in Concal Cholul, will be a lot more modern. You do get more, how do you say, you do get more spaces, bigger spaces in Concal and Cholul, because again, the land is cheaper than it is in Centro. And yeah, so basically for the same budget, $340,000 in Cholul, you'll be able to get a very large 3 to 4 bedroom home with 4 bathrooms, its own pool. If you want it, it can be in a gated community. If you don't want it to be that way, it doesn't have to be. It can be in a very safe street. But yeah, very, very different offer. I'll be able to highlight the differences tomorrow. But those are great questions, and I appreciate it for this live. So yeah, here again, you can see there's always a combination of renovated properties that have been turned into Airbnbs. completely empty lots like this one that we're seeing here, and some very, very local homes. Again, people have been living in those properties for a very long time, so they don't necessarily need to do any renovations. They're just happily living on them. Um, in here on Calle 64, it is, again, a main road coming out of downtown into, again, basically just exiting downtown. So it does get busier with buses and whatnot. But this property here, for those of you watching, this is Casa Luna. Casa Luna currently listed at 10 million, 10,300,000 pesos. So that is about 515,000 US dollars. And Casa Luna here does have a lot of wow factors. I think Jean-Pierre is being very generous in opening all the doors for this video. But as you can see here, for 500,000, again, you're still watching, I think, Hernandez. This is a much, much larger property. This is closer to the main areas. So this is what you can get if you have a little bit of a larger budget. From what you can see here, this is something that we have to do when we work inside the cultural protected area in Mexico. This space was the original structure for the property. So as you can see, we did a good effort in keeping some original pieces to the construction. We're able to showcase the original mamposteria construction as well. And this gave us a really, really nice and welcoming reception to the property. You can see how beautiful it is, all the chukum. And again, when we come to downtown, this is what is really beautiful. From the outside, you only see a very tall property with just some wooden doors. And as soon as you open it, you get wow factors. Depending on the property that you do decide to purchase, the wow factor will change. Should we go upstairs or downstairs
Maybe
first?
here, yeah. I think there. So this is Casa Luna again, as David was mentioning. Obviously, because of the regulations, we have to comply with some of instructions that were given to us. So we kept this area in general, and we kept some of the ancient touches of the house. Please come in. You have here a pantry in general.
And laundry room, right?
And laundry room, yes. And here we come to the kitchen area. We have kitchen and dining in this case.
So this property is being listed now for a few months. So that's why you can see it's now being staged for being able to show you more of the actual finished property. This property, it is perfect for an Airbnb short-term rentals because of the space. The stairs that we, again, haven't shown you take to a separate unit upstairs that could be always a rental income while you live inside the property. Yes. And as you see right now, we've staged it. So we're selling it with basically everything that you see included.
Yes. So you have the dining. And in this case, for example, the wow factor of this property is this tree that fell off during a hurricane and kept on growing back again. So we modified the original project for this property in order for us to save the tree. So yes, there is a commitment, obviously, not only to saving the trees, hiring people, local people to do the projects, and keeping obviously the identity of the houses in Centro. So this is the wow factors, and these are added values of the properties we try to obviously renovate or flip.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, well, you have this walking area towards between dining and living areas, quarters.
So this is a tamarind tree.
Yes.
Fell during Isidoro. That was 2003, I believe.
Yes, it fell off and it kept on going back again. So we decided, obviously, to honor the tree and keep it. We have here the TV area. So it is a huge space. In this case, for example, the regular construction in Mexico will be around 2.2 meter high or 2.5. In all the projects we do in the living quarters, for example, that could be bedrooms, it is a 3 meter high. So we go a little bit higher than regular because we want to benefit the sections of a nice airflow.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then we have here on the backside of the property your pool area.
So just to recap, when you come in, main structure has the kitchen and dining. Right upstairs, you have its own separate suite with a balcony facing into the tree. The tree cuts the property in two by having a natural shade for that like patio area. Then you come in and you have this little cute TV room area. Again, as you can see, this one is already prepared with AC installations, fans. It is basically turnkey for anybody looking to have an investment property in Merida. And yeah, here, some really cool things to highlight is this material here, the bajareke. We do have some filtration system added into the pool.
Yes.
Really nice plunge pool in between now what is the TV room living space and two bedrooms here. Then in here, well, this is not open, but it's just a half bathroom for the pool right here. So you don't have to go into, again, your bedroom or your living spaces for the bathroom. And
here is the master bedroom.
This is the master bedroom?
Yes.
So master bedroom comes equipped with a king size already, has its own fan, TV, and some working space there. And yeah, and I guess the AC as well, just some curtains here. And if we go into the master ensuite, we have a very large walk-in closet. This stone, what is it called?
Yes, this is a crema maya stone, which is bigger than granite, and we decided obviously to do this type of finishes in this type of house because of the pricing, because of the location we're in. You can go a little bit over and create this wow sensation factor on the bathroom area.
So again, you can see the full bathroom is full of chikung.
And another way of you being able to integrate towards the outside while you're showering or enjoying your bathroom.
This is the back of the bathroom. We have a little garden here, fully shaded. No one can see us. And if you are new to Merida and feel like you want to have a moonlight shower, this is the place.
This is the place. Yeah, exactly.
There you go, shower, you walk in, walk out, and there's your private Merida oasis. So heading back, have the walk-in closet, nice carpentry in the doors, king-size bed for the master bedroom, private garden, AC, fan, and furniture included. This property again is listed at 10,300,000 pesos, so right around 515,000 USD dollars. Here next door we have a little puppy barking, and going into one of the secondary bedrooms here.
This is the issue when you're doing a FaceTime real time. You want to not confuse the keys.
So make sure if you book a private tour with Jean-Pierre, he has
to
the
give
right
you time,
keys.
to give you time to open everything before you come.
This is the third key that he tries.
No, maybe I want too fast. Maybe.
Fourth key. Oh.
No, okay, let's go back again. So I'm becoming famous because of the selection of keys we're looking for. Okay, enjoy your time. Take your time to go to get your coffee while David and I try to figure out a way of opening this little door on the back side of the house.
Okay, I'm gonna make Jean-Pierre less nervous.
Yes, thank you.
So here next door, guys, this is Casa Sol. Casa Sol is being rented now. With Casa Sol is also one of the projects that we successfully completed. Casa Sol, same thing, still, it's been rented, but it's listed still. 10 million at 300,000 pesos. It is basically a twin property to this one, Casa Luna. So yeah, I guess I haven't seen any questions in the comments to answer, so we'll just be ready to finish the live once we finish at this property. If you do have any questions, all our information is in the description of the channel, and all the listing information is in the description of this video. Again, we show you 3 properties at 3 different stages of construction. All these properties you can budget between, again, this one is a little bit more expensive. We told you it's 500,000. So this one, the price per square meter, a little bit higher than the other ones. But the 2 flips that we have going on right now, you can budget around $18,000 per square meter of construction. This is one of the secondary bedrooms, 2 double beds, a TV, and this beautiful view.
Yes. The idea is that we try to always keep the good sensation of living in Merida. So you want to enjoy the outsides, taking in consideration, for example, where the sun goes in and goes out, have nice airflow, and the opportunity of giving you a nice, very well-built house that will have warranty over it, and obviously being able to enjoy it or rent it or flip it if you want and get a good return of investment.
Nice. So it's pretty much the same idea as downstairs. Shower, toilet, nice countertops, nice walk-in closet, nice doors, nice windows. And that's it for Casa Luna.
Yes.
As we head out, again, just to recap, we are a project management team for people looking to build their dream homes, looking to flip properties, or looking to create high return investment rental properties. All of this can be accomplished in downtown. The price will depend on your budget and the characteristics of your project, but we can help you build anything you want in downtown with the right teams. We have the reference to support everything that we're saying. We have 16 projects completed with all the numbers and information that you might need for consideration. And we have all the references to share with you of successful investors that either build their dream home or flip a home with a very, very healthy return on investment, typically 25% or a bit more. And that is all accomplished within 14 months. Going back into the road here, we're on Calle 64. This is Casa Luna that we visited, and right next door is Casa Sol. Both properties selling at $10,300,000 per property. And yeah, building properties downtown, a good budget to start with is 18,000 pesos per square meter. 22,000 pesos will give you upgraded finishes with a lot of upgraded details into the property, like osmosis, solar panels, etc. And then if you are crazy and want to go all out, 30,000 pesos per square meter. We can build your property, furnish it, you name it. So depending on your project, we'll be happy to help you. As you saw today, the Hernandez, family that was commenting on the video was able to successfully book consultation with us tomorrow, where we'll be able to answer any questions regarding investing in Merida, buying, building, you name it. If you do want any more information about building your property, how much rental income can be generated per property, or simply purchasing property in Merida as an investment, we have all the information in the description below, and we also have it as the description on the channel. Be sure to connect with us. My name is David Casanova from Yucatan Real Estate Group.
I'm Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre here with me, Jean-Pierre Fermat. He's a project manager and a property manager for a lot of properties downtown and at the beach. So any questions, we'll be happy to help.
Take care and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys.